Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a tribute reaction, man. This tribute reaction is on the heels of the sad passing of Eddie Van Halen. And first off, man, apologize to everyone for this tribute coming later, one day late. I heard about it when I was at work late in the afternoon. Didn't get home until late at night. And I'm like, damn. So I'm up now, man, 4:30 in the morning doing this. So, yes, man. So apologies for the lateness. Eddie Van Halen, what can you say that's not already been said about this guy? He's a legend. He is an innovator. He is a trailblazer. He's all of those great things when you think about pioneers of rock and roll, when you think about legends of rock, icons of rock. He is up there with the best of the best. And when you talk about, man, who's your favorite guitarist, he's always mentioned. He always makes that list, doesn't he? Even me, I wasn't brought up on classic rock, but I knew who the hell Eddie Van Halen was. I knew what he meant to the industry. You know what I'm saying? So, very, very sad passing. You have some of your, people will of course pass all the time, and then there are some people that leave us and you really feel it hard. You feel it hard. Even some of my friends who are not from the classic rock genre, they're into their hip hop and their rap and all that. It's very, very notable of his passing, and everybody's sad about it, man. Condolences first off to everyone who's an Eddie Van Halen fan, and especially to his friends and his family and everyone. So let's do this. First off, I have a recommendation sent to me by one of my very distant subscribers, John Wilkes. John is in the military. John. And he sent this to me, and he says, Wayne, as you've heard by now, Eddie Van Halen has passed. If you're looking to do a tribute, perhaps you'll consider these recommendations. The first two are live performances on Jimmy Kimmel and Ellen DeGeneres. Eruption, You Really Got Me, then Jump, respectively. The last is an interesting interview on how he formulated tapping. I enjoyed your reactions when Van Halen was Artist of the Month. Please repost when you get a moment. I will, right. Thanks in advance, mate. By the way, here's a short bio link, not as lengthy as Wikipedia. Your choice. I know you like Wikipedia, but this will keep you more focused on the man himself rather than lots of detail. Makes good sense. Thank you, John. Appreciate it, man. And safe return. I'm not sure, you didn't mention when you're coming back, but I know that you're abroad. All right, so let's first check out Eddie and Van Halen on Jimmy Kimmel doing Eruption and You Really Got Me. Van Halen, Eruption, and You Really Got Me live. Let's get it. This was in 2015. that even Dave is a fan of this one.
Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. I can't sleep at night. Girl, you got me now. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you got me now. I can't sleep at night. You really got me. Really got me.
That's the sun.
Don't ever let me. I only wanna be by your side. Please don't ever let me. I only wanna be by your side. Girl, you got me now. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I gotta love you, babe. Really got me. Really got me. Really got me. Wow. Girl, you really got me now. Got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, got me now. I can't sleep at night. Go! Woo! Got me now. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. You got me now. All right. Really got me. Really got me. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Playing that guitar is as easy as just walking, as easy as breathing. All right, man. So this was 5 years ago, 2015, Jimmy Kimmel. Fantastic, man. Yeah, wow. Incredible. And you know, I'm having a little bit of a nostalgic buzz just going back in time, trying to remember when I first heard Eruption, trying to remember when I first heard You Really Got Me. And I did know that You Really Got Me was a Kinks song. I knew that. And then they made Pretty Woman, and I knew that that was a Roy Orbison song. So yeah, you know, even in growing up, even at a distance, I was aware of Van Halen's presence, you know, and I had friends that I was rubbing shoulders with who were big Van Halen fans. So I was always mindful of them, where they were and what they were up to. And one of the big notable things that impressed me about Van Halen is how they successfully made that transition from the 70s to the 80s. That's a big one, you know, coupled with groups like Aerosmith. Not all were successful in making that transition and being relevant and being successful. So I really give them props for that. Yeah, man, I tell you. And these guys have been through so much, you know. They've experienced so much. They've broken up a few times. They've had rows and whatnot, but it's great to see them back together again. And notably, I noticed that Michael Anthony is not with them, and Eddie's son has now taken up the bass. It's interesting. I don't know much about the details of what happened there, if there was a fallout or whatnot. But it's great to see that the unit of Van Halen is still together, you know what I mean? They could have just kind of faded away into irrelevancy, but no, man, they were still relevant right up to the very end. So, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'll do? The bio reading, I'll break it up. So, and John, thank you again. It is a short bio reading. So what I'll do, this is biography.com. I didn't realize that there was a site just on bios. So what I'll do is I'll read maybe 3, they're short paragraphs, which is nice, it's broken up. Yeah, I'll read about 3 paragraphs, and then I'll save the other 3, it looks like, for after our next reaction. Chop it up like that. And I like how this bio focuses specifically on the man himself and not so much all the songs. So let's do a little read, man. Thanks for this bio link, John. So, Eddie Van Halen, Edward Van Halen, January 26, 1955, October 6, 2020, was best known as founder of the band Van Halen, which dominated the hard rock scene in the 70s and 80s. Guitarist and singer Eddie Van Halen formed the band Van Halen in '74 with his brother Alex. His quick-fingered guitar riffs and singer David Lee Roth's on-stage antics caught the eye of Kiss guitarist Gene Simmons in 1977, and he funded and produced their first recording session. The band's 6th album, 1984, featured smash hits Panama and Jump, and made the hard rock quartet a household name. Early years. Edward Van Halen was born January 26, 1955 in Nijmegen, the Netherlands, and moved with his family to California in the early 60s. While growing up in Pasadena, Eddie and his brother Alex took classical piano lessons, playing mostly improvised classical, and Eddie in particular proved to be an early musical standout. As teenagers, Eddie switched to guitar and Alex to drums, leaving classical music behind and starting a rock band called Mama. Yeah, their early musical, exposure was quite interesting, because I remember the story that it was Alex who started on guitar and Eddie on drums, and they started to play each other's instruments, and then at that some point in time they realized that they're both more keen on the other's instruments, and so that's how it got going. Very interesting. In '74, the Van Halen brothers hooked up with vocalist David Lee Roth and bassist Michael Anthony to form Van Halen. Within a few years, the band, on the back of Eddie's signature guitar sound and Roth's equally unique vocals, had become hugely popular in the LA rock scene. Early success. The band got a break in '77 when Kiss guitarist Gene Simmons discovered them at a local club and financed and recorded their first recording sessions. Soon after, Van Halen signed with Warner Brothers in '78. Van Halen put out its self-titled debut album, which featured the hit single Runnin' with the Devil. The combination of Eddie's electric guitar riffs and Roth's tongue-in-cheek antics launched the album to platinum status within 6 months of its release. During the next few years, Van Halen became one of the hardest working and most profitable bands in the recording industry, releasing a string of multi-platinum albums in quick succession. 1979's Van Halen 2, 1980's Women and Children First, 1981's Fair Warning, and 82's Diver Down. But true superstar status did not come until the release of 1984, which showcased the now classic mega hits Jump, Panama, and Hot for Teacher, with videos for each burning up MTV. Yeah, that's the era, of course, where I became familiar with them. But a lot more appreciation deepened, especially when I did Artist of the Month, and I did, I believe, all of their albums right up until and including 1984. That was really, really great experience going through. My very, very first reaction within the first couple of weeks when I started my channel was, Where Have All the Good Times Gone? And from there, it was great. The input that I got was like, yeah, hey, this is a good song, but it's not their greatest and their best, so you got to start here, and that's when I started formulating the idea for Artist of the Month in my mind. It was based on that feedback initially, and so then the rest kind of took shape from there, man. So I got Van Halen to thank for that. Okay, so you know what? Let's stop here because now it's going to go on into the band breakups and stuff like that, and a little bit more nuts and bolts of their personal lives. So we'll just check out our next live performance, and this is on Ellen DeGeneres. They're doing Jump. Van Halen on Ellen doing Jump. Let's get it.
Almost 45 years ago, our next guest started a band in Pasadena, California that went on to become one of the most successful rock groups in history. Here to perform Jump, please welcome Van Halen!
This is 2015 as well. They must have been doing it too. Still doing his kicks. Wants to see the ladies jumping.
Jump!
do you put Dave in a lineup of great frontmen? Where do you rank him?
Unbelievable! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Right on. Great performance, great energy. 2015, how old were they then? 60? Fantastic. Ellen didn't hug Alex, by the way. Shame on you, Ellen. So, even though they've had all of their challenges and all of that, they can still come back together, put differences aside. Why? Because there's a glue that binds them. The glue that binds them is the fact that they know that they're master musicians, master performers, and they still have that desire to express themselves in that way. And collectively as a unit, they know that they're on fire. You know what I mean? That is what binds you. You think about some of these bands who've had tumultuous challenges. Fleetwood Mac, Van Halen, so there's so many bands out there that have that, but what brings them together, what binds them together is that element of being able to create such great music, you know what I mean? They're no exception to that. And I don't know, it adds a little bit more depth and intrigue to the band. When you hear that they've been through so much, but yet they're still together and they're still performing and they're still looking great, smiles in their faces, and they're enjoying the process, you know. I like seeing a band enjoying themselves, man. Where was I, man? So let's go back to our read here, man. Eddie's bio. Okay. So we're at a little bit more detail about the band now. Their breakup. So it says the band breaks up a few times. Despite or because of their newfound stardom during this time, tension began to grow between Roth and the other members. And in '85, after recording his own successful solo album, Roth left the band to be replaced by former Montrose frontman Sammy Hagar. Forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong. Hagar, I believe it's Hagar. Showing a remarkable resilience, Van Halen put out several successful albums with Hagar as frontman, including '86's 5150 and '91's For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. In '93, the band released its first double live album, Van Halen Live, Right Here, Right Now. By the mid-'90s, though, tension resurfaced. Eddie has a history of alcohol abuse, but the new decade found him sober, and the newly clean and sober Eddie and the unrepentant wild man Hagar butted heads continually. In the wake of these clashes, Hagar's last Van Halen record would be '95's Balance. However, he returned to the band briefly in 2004 for a greatest hits release and tour. Yeah, they can still come together despite. Shortly after Hagar's departure, Roth returned for a much publicized Van Halen reunion, but after recording 2 songs for the Greatest Hits album and making an appearance with the band at the MTV Music Awards, Roth left the game. This time he was replaced by Gary Cherone, formerly of the heavy metal band Extreme. Cherone's debut with the band, Van Halen 3, was released in '98, but slow sales ensured his departure. Later music and personal life. Eddie married actress Valerie Bertinelli in '81, and their son, Wolfgang, was born in 1990. The couple announced their separation in July of 2002, and they divorced 4 years later. In 2009, Eddie married girlfriend of 3 years, Janie Lezuski. In 2012, Roth was back in the fold, and the band released A Different Kind of Truth, their first record with Roth since '84. In May of 2015, Van Halen opened the Billboard Music Awards with Roth, performing their old hit Panama, a performance that would serve as a prelude to the band's 2015 summer tour. Okay, so both of these performances that we've seen was from that 2015 summer tour with Eddie's son Wolfgang. Got it. Death. Eddie Van Halen passed away on October the 6th, 2020, after a long battle with throat cancer. All right. Rest in peace, the great Eddie Van Halen. You've done so much for us where music is concerned, sir. You are definitely someone who will never, ever, ever be forgotten. God bless you. All right. Now, let us check out our third and our final, well, it's not a performance, it's an interview. How Eddie Van Halen invented tapping. How Eddie Van Halen invented tapping. Let's get it.
You're known for playing with both your right hand and your left hand on the fretboard.
Yeah, which brings me to I can
you
demonstrate. Well, before the internet, nobody could search things and whatever. But lately everybody's going, "Oh, Eddie Van Halen didn't invent tapping and pull hammer-ons and pull-offs and this and that." And I never claimed that I did, but I do know how and when I figured out how to do it. And on top of that, I never really heard anybody do with it what I did, which is actual pieces of music. But I'll never forget, Alex and I used to go to every concert at the Forum in LA, and Led Zeppelin's playing, and Jimmy Page is going like this. He's going. Okay, so he's got his hand up in the air, and I'm going. So basically, I just moved the nut. Okay, this part right here is the nut. But then, I instead of using this hand, I use this hand. So like right now, if I go like this, you can't tell which finger I'm using. This hand or that hand. You tell me, right hand or left hand? I'm using both, okay? So my point being is it's basically this finger or these two or however many you want to use is just an extension of this hand. Okay, so if I'm playing an A, then, figuring that out, then I started actually making little pieces, like Eruption. So that's
Unbelievable. What a masterful talent. Great masterful talent. I remember asking the question during one of my, I believe it to be album reactions of Van Halen. What or how do you think Eddie's mastery and his skills came about? Was it natural or was it the accumulation of lots and lots of devoted practice? And the general consensus among most of you was that I would say that it was a combination of both, where maybe on a split ratio, 75% of it was devotion, research, practice, practice, practice. And then the other element was definitely having a gift for it, a knack for it, you know. So yeah, this is definitely somebody who not only had passion for what he's doing and had a gift for it and a knack, but definitely put in the damn time, you know what I'm saying? And he had a great vision as to what Van Halen was going to sound like, look like. And I think that based on, of course, he's obviously a fan of Led Zeppelin, and seeing other acts, he in his mind's eye formulated and created Van Halen. And you know, they've got their own distinct style, their own distinct image and persona. And man, I used to dig watching their videos, you know. But you know, even not seeing any videos, their personality comes through. I've always really liked Van Halen for one thing besides their music: their image projection. The image projection of them, even without seeing a single photo, seeing a single video, is telling me that they're having a tremendous amount of fun. I really, really dig Van Halen for that. That they always make the whole rock star image. When you think rock star, when you say, give me an idea of who you think a rock star is, Van Halen will always come to mind. And they're among the first that I would think of, just because they personify and embody the image so well. And they are really representing what rock stars should be. Great master musicians having a tremendous amount of fun and making the life of being a rock star look so good. You know what I'm saying? Props to you guys for that. So, yeah, despite all of your troubles. So, yes, man. So that concludes my look and my tribute to the great Eddie Van Halen. And definitely what we'll do is, first off, I will re-upload every single Van Halen reaction I've ever done in sequence, and fingers crossed that they all make it onto YouTube. Fingers crossed that this makes it onto YouTube. And I will definitely do whatever kind of reactions you might think, hey, you know, this is a great notable Van Halen performance or track that I might have missed along the way. Send them my way. That'd be great, man, because we're not going to be forgetting about Eddie ever. But right now, it's really fresh, and he's definitely going to be in everyone's mind for a good long while. So if I can help to ease pain, burden, stress, whatever the case is, I will make this top priority. Send the shit my way, and I will definitely make sure I take time to do a couple of reactions for Eddie, if you've got them. All right, man. So that is my tribute to the great Eddie Van Halen. I'm gonna bounce. You guys take care. I will definitely re-upload all of my Van Halen. Give me a couple of days to do that. Sometimes right now I'm caught in some sort of an uploading loop delay, and it's just saying that it's being processed, and it hits 99%, and then it just sits there, you know. And sometimes it sits there for days, and I dare not turn off my damn computer because I might have to start over again. And you know, so sometimes when this uploading loop happens on all platforms, it's a perplexing thing, and I don't understand. And I've tried it on different computers and stuff like that, so I don't have a bug in my system. It's just sometimes I just hit uploading loop. Maybe because I'm so active and I upload so many things. I don't know. I still can't figure it out. Anyway, I'm going off, man. So you guys have yourselves a good one. Hope you enjoyed this reaction and review. Take care, and I'll catch you later. Peace.